of the family and different point of views that how feminist, Marxist, and functionist people think about the family. Today we have to discuss about the dark side of the family. Okay, every on the positive side there is a negative side as well. Okay, so today we have to discuss some of the negative sides of the family. So, if we talk about the dark side of the family, first we have domestic violence, and the other one, child abuse. These are the main features you can say that, or you can count them in the dark side of the family. If both spouses, if any one of them is addicted with a drug, okay, he could be the reason of domestic violence and the child abuse. Why we are saying that this is a dark side? Because police itself unable to intervene in that process. They think that this is a personal matter of any family. Okay, so if we said that this is a dark side of the family, and what people think that female is the only one who is a victim of that dark side of the family process. Okay, so you can consider that this is something which is heavily situation faced by the woman. So this becomes the dark side of the family. Okay, I'm giving you the reason from the side of the feminism, and this is the reality that um, female is beaten by a male. Okay, in almost 98% cases. So that's why this is becomes the dark side of the family. Now, today we have to focus on the cross culture comparison and the variation in the marriages. Okay, so these are some type of the families, but on the basis of their relationships. The number one we have is monogamy family. So what do you mean by the monogamy family? Monogamy family consists of one husband, wife, and their kids. Okay,
Only two, right? Husband and
only two. Okay, like their first marriage, one husband, one you can say wife, and their kids. Okay, and all these couple within a one marriage, not in a within a one marriage, but both have their first marriage. Okay, this becomes monogamy family. Getting my point, Charis? Okay, then the next is serial monogamy. Senior monogamy, like you can say, like if you take an example of a male, the male have a first marriage, then second marriage, then third marriage, and the fourth one. This becomes the serial of monogamy. Okay, and on the other hand, female, like you can say, both have divorced. Male have a second marriage, and the female also have a second marriage. Okay, so that's become serial of monogamy, like serial of marriages. Third one we have uh, polygamy. Okay, polygyny, and then polyandry. Polygyny is something you can say more than one marriages are involved. Okay, so what do you mean by polygyny, or you can say polygynous? This is something if family consists of one husband but more than one wife, this become polygynous. Okay, or polygyny. This is another type where you have one husband and more than one wife. Getting my point? Then the next is polyandry. Polyandry is a family setup which is made up of one wife but more than one husband. Like you can say she's a divorced, so she has another marriage, or you can say because of the death of her husband, she has another marriage. So she has more than one husband. This become polyandrous family. Getting my point? Now, what do you mean by the alternatives to the marriages? There are some types you can consider that these are the alternatives of the marriages. The first one is cohabitation. Cohabitation when two person have a sexual relationships but without marriage. Okay, this is the alternatives of the family. Getting my point, both of you? Cohabitation, they have a sexual relationship but without the marriage. So we can categorize into two types: the short term cohabitation and the long term cohabitation. Okay, so what is a short term cohabitation? They stay with each other but without a commitment. Okay, or you can find another types of the cohabitation. It could be trial marriage. Okay, before marriage they want to stay with each other just to understand each other well. that either we should go for a marriage or not. Short term, they stay together, they have a sexual relationship but without marriage. Other one is trial marriage. Okay, they wanted to spend some time before the marriage. This becomes the trial marriage. The other one is the long term cohabitation. What do you mean by long term cohabitation? This is the long term commitment without any formalization. Okay, they have a plan that they will get marriage like at the end of the 5 years. It could be, but it could be other things that they don't believe in the marriage. They think that people can stay together, they have a sexual relationship, they can spend time whatever they want, but marriage isn't important. Okay, this becomes the alternatives of the marriages. Sharid, are you getting? Cohabitation we have divided into 3 parts: short term, trial marriage, and the long term. The other one is a civil partnership. Now, what is civil partnership? There is a trend that people have a sexual relationships, but there are so many countries that have a law that if you have been, if you are with a partner or you have a sexual relationship with them, you have to stay by law with her. Okay, like you don't have a marriage, okay, but still you have to stay with her because of your sexual relationship. So that's become civil partnership.